speaker is Lynnette. Lynnette's speech will be evaluated by Bertha's Theron. Bertha's, please share with us what is it that you're going to be looking at when you are evaluating the speech by Lynnette.
Madam Toastmaster, Lynnette is on the engaging humour path in Pathways. She has done a number of speeches in level 1 and level 2 of that path already. She's now on level 3, and it is, doesn't say which speech in level 3 it is. I mean, it's the first or second or so much in that one. And the one she is doing today is a project to engage her audience with humour. And the purpose of the speech, of Lynnette's speech, is to determine her style of humour and apply it to a speech that centres around a central message. So it's not just about humour and making people laugh and being funny. There's a central message that there must be too. Madam Toastmaster.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Lynnette Vermaak with a speech titled Perspective of Road. Perspective of Road, Lynnette Vermaak.
May I just say, Lynnette has written perspective on a road trip. I suppose she would have corrected the Toastmaster.
About to do that, yes. Because people's perspectives differ and somehow things get lost in translation. And the title of my speech is Perspectives on a Road Trip. Now, road trips are very interesting things depending on how you approach them. And my experience of a road trip that we took to the Victoria Falls conference that was in 2023 was really fantastic. There were 4 vehicles. We left Pretoria and Joburg supposedly at 6 in the morning, but already we were late. So eventually we were on the road, but this was an easy road trip. This had nothing to do with what I knew of road trips when I get in the car with my husband and we're going somewhere. When you get in the car with my husband and you're going somewhere, you don't stop unless it's to refuel. You get there. You travel with Toastmasters, perspectives are different. And I learned a lot about different perspectives in my most recent road trip. But the trip to Vic Falls to the conference was laid back. We left, we got to the border, we got through. We stopped in the middle of Botswana because that was finished driving for the day and we slept. Now that was cool. We had a very interesting evening and a lot of chats and a lot of jokes. And exchanging ideas on what we thought conference would be like and what we expected and relating stories of other conferences. And then we carried on and we had to get from Botswana into Zimbabwe. That border crossing took us 4 hours. Why did it take us 4 hours? Because we had a man traveling with us who was from Madagascar. And nobody knows in Africa people from Madagascar because they've fallen off the edge of the earth. It's not part of the continent and you're not recognized technically as being an African because we're all Africans. This is a greater Africa region. Anyhow, eventually after standing, and it was May, so it was not blistering summer heat. But standing around waiting for 4 hours to get from Botswana into Zimbabwe, we were through and we were on our way. But by now we're just a little bit late. So suddenly this perspective we had of having the whole day to get there half of our day had evaporated. But we arrived just in time and we were able to set up stuff. And I was traveling with all the flags. Now, if you've ever been to conference, the flags are very important and all the flag poles are very important. And you have to get them to conference and you have to set them up in the correct alphabetical order of the country before anything else can start. So we had a little bit of work cut out for ourselves when we got there. But this perspective and experience in mind, which was really a fun trip, got completely changed in October of 2025 when my husband and I went to Zimbabwe and to Bulawayo because we were going to a friend's wedding. So this is good. Driven through Botswana on the way to some. It's not a problem. The roads are okay. They're not wonderful. They're certainly not the N1. The roads are fair. Drove them 2 years ago. That's good. So before we leave, we asked quite a number of people because after the wedding in Botswana, in Bulawayo, we want to drive to Vic Falls in our vehicle, and then we want to drive to Lusaka because Lusaka is our end destination in this particular trip. So we asked people, and this is really where you find out perspectives differ. Perspectives depend on my experience. And when you tell me it's fine, it's based on your experience, which is very different to my experience. Very, very, very different, I realize. So people said, no, the road from Bulawayo to Vic Falls, it's not too bad. It's okay. You sure you can drive? Yeah, you can drive, and you better, it would be faster to go out and travel through Botswana and back up to Vic Falls, but it's 50% longer in kilometers. So we decided, no, we've been told this road's okay. Well, I can tell you the ride between Bulawayo and Vic Falls within the Zimbabwe side is not worth it. It is absolutely diabolical. There is no road. There's perhaps about 20 kilos as you leave Bulawayo, and after that it's just a mess. And we had a really good 4x4, which was not such a really good 4x4 by the time we reached Lusaka, because it broke down. But fortunately it got us all the way to Lusaka before it decided, you've this far and no further. And I left my husband and his car there, and I flew back after a week. I said, I'm not waiting any longer. I will pay for your friend to come up and help you sort everything out and drive back. Perspectives differ, but it was a really good trip and I enjoyed it and I learned so much.